this over right now. There's literally
y'all weren't your microphones weren't on YouTube yet. They were.
Oh.
Sorry.
So YouTube, if you're tuning in, we've got some more treats for you. I mean, you can't eat them. We can't eat them. We've got the fellas from Corks, also Kuyans.
That's right.
Dylan's back, guest co-hosting. We've brought some more treats. Last week it was Chai Tai Lao.
You're getting so good at it. You were really worried about it.
Corks is a lot easier.
Corks is a lot easier. One syllable.
So they're going to be guests on the show today. New place named Corks, on government. Awesome concept. Some of the best seafood, some of the best fried seafood I've had in quite some time. Dylan, tell us a little bit about what's going on over there.
So we're going to recap again once the radio show picks up. But just briefly, Paul Michael Madenka coming from Kuyans across. How long has Kuyans been open now?
Almost 14 years.
14 years at Kuyans.
Yeah.
Is that stretching back to the Burbank gas station location?
No.
That's just the Port Allen location.
Years in Port Allen.
So how long from Kuyans 1.0?
Goodness. I mean, Kuyans at Burbank and Gardere opened, I think, initially in 99.
99.
You know? I mean, the brand has been around Baton Rouge a long time.
Yeah, that's a legendary. I mean, that's 24 years, almost 25 years. Like, how long does it take? Anyway, now we're talking about Corks, which has been open about, 25 days maybe?
Not even, like 10 days.
10 days?
Yeah, 10 days.
First 10 days live.
We're ironing the wrinkles out, you know?
Yeah, Corks, Cajun fried fish and shrimp.
Which is y'all's logo here? I'm trying to tag you guys on Facebook. The Reynolds or the Kuyans Barbecue?
Kuyans Cajun Barbecue, yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. So we're going to have them in the first half, and then Corks. Is it underscore anything?
Try fish and shrimp. Should be.
It's all good, dude.
Should be.
I'll find it. So they're going to be talking a little bit about Kuyans and the history and how they got to this new concept, which, dude,
unreal.
I feel like when they're nationally famous and making billions,
I know.
I feel like we're going to be like looking back like, hey, man, can I borrow $5?
We'll turn this episode of the show into an NFT, and then we can become rich and famous as well.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, we'll sell this.
I like that.
I like
I
it.
like it where this conversation's
Yeah,
headed.
yeah. Be like, man, the time that Franz and Dylan were in the room with Paul and Michael Madenka.
Really quick.
Legendary.
Yeah, legendary. Right, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
So, yeah, we've been in Port Allen 14 years. We've been doing
I
the
got
food
you.
truck game about 12. And they've both been very good to us. We've been able to get our brand of barbecue across West Baton Rouge and, of course, all over Baton Rouge as well. Especially during the pandemic, we were able to move the food truck around and really introduce people in the peripheral, in Ascension Parish and Gonzales area and all those places to some stuff that may not have had before. Of course, that helped our customer base. And now we're doing this Corks concept because we got a tremendous demand for seafood in Baton Rouge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody's moving towards the specializations of restaurants, focusing on sliders or chicken tenders. And we didn't feel like anybody was doing the fried seafood game right.
Sure.
So
Very good.
We've been open about 10 days, and it's been great.
So thinking about the food truck real quick, where is the food truck now? You said, we've moved it all around town. Where is it at?
Sure. So we have one that's permanently parked at the corner of Perkins and Acadian in like the same shopping center as Jubin's.
Perfect.
It's been there for over 3 years. The other one we're doing some different private events with from time to time. We swap trucks from time to time as well.
Nice.
Because obviously it's very important for us that everything is clean and equipment is working like it's supposed to. But that spot at Perkins and Acadian has been great for us. And as Michael was saying earlier, what's so great about a couple of different facets of our business at Kuyans is that, whether it's the food truck or catering, we are one of the go-tos in town for industrial catering at Kuyans.
Oh, 100% when I go over there. That's all what's going on.
The show up.
All right.
Dude, I'm so excited.
No.
It's like this is the show before the show. Okay,
Yeah.
look. So I posted the YouTube on the Geaux Rouge Facebook page, and I posted it on my personal Facebook page, Dylan. So now's the time, fellas, while we're about to do the intro, to start sharing that thing up and tagging your folks. So, and if you're watching on live chat, if you make comments in there, I'll ask them any questions you have, as long as they're like not, like what's your address? How do I get in your house? So, anyways, whenever you're ready, Brian. All right, welcome to another episode of the Geaux Rouge radio show. If you're watching on YouTube or listening on the radio, welcome. This is your host, Franz Borkhardt, in studio at Talk 107.3 in the Guaranteed Broadcasting building with special guest co-host, Dylan Ferguson. At some point, you're going to stop being the guest co-host. You're just going to start.
I kind of like it. I like the distinction. I don't know. That doesn't matter how many times I do it. I like being the special guest co-host.
Controls, we have Brian Haldane. So look, we've got a great episode lined up today. We've got the boys, the fellas, the guys from a hot new restaurant on Government in Mid-City, Corks. You may also know them from a little place called Kuyans. They're in the house today. We're going to have them, and then we're going to have later in the show, in the second segment, we got a you know how we like to give charities love. We've got a charity that's going to be coming up in Baton Rouge called Attic Trash and Treasure. They're in the house talking about their event. So before we jump into all that, if you want to watch more episodes of the Geaux Rouge Show, go to www.geauxrouge.com. You can also watch episodes on our YouTube page. Click subscribe. That's that little button that says subscribe. It's so easy. It's so easy. Guys, have you already done it? So easy. You click subscribe on YouTube. Geaux Rouge. You can watch the live episodes. You can watch on-demand episodes. Before we jump in, the Geaux Rouge Show is brought to you by the Borkhardt Law Firm, the finest criminal defense firm in the multiverse. That is my lemonade stand. That's kind of like my corks, right? Yeah.
Right.
My Kuyans.
Your Kuyans.
Borkhardt Law Firm, www.borkhardtlawfirm.com. If you have a criminal defense need, give me a call. If you name drop the Geaux Rouge Show when you call, it might do something.
Does it do anything?
I don't know.
I think it's so nice the way the whole firm backs you on this.
Yeah,
so supportive of the show. They're all behind you.
Now.
Yeah, that's incredible.
All right. So last thing is, if you have show ideas, and it's really simple, you email info, I-N-F-O. And I mean, look, guys, if y'all have show ideas, if you have show ideas, Dylan, if you have show ideas, Brian, email me at info@geauxrouge.com, and I'll probably put the people on the show, unless they like rip off butterfly wings. There is no society. There's no Baton Rouge Society. There is no Society of Baton Rouge Butterfly Wing Rippers.
Okay.
There is a fox society that tracks foxes in Baton Rouge, but there's no society that kills foxes.
Do they only exist on Nextdoor? I feel like that's where most of my fox tracking is.
That's where the grumpy neighbors exist.
Gotcha.
All right, Dylan's brought good food and good people into the studio. Dylan, who'd you bring with you today?
We've got Paul and Michael Medenka, as Franz said, from Kuyans across the river, but also Corks here on Government Street. Corks Cajun fried fish and shrimp. We're going to talk all about, I guess we'll start with Corks. What is Corks?
Let's do it. Well, yeah. Corks is very simple. We have created a high quality seafood, quick service restaurant. And have those two even really gone together in the past in the restaurant world?
Maybe not done well. No.
You've got some fast food seafood, right?
Right.
You've got some full service seafood, but we have brought a quick service, high quality seafood brand to the Baton Rouge area and in the heart of Baton Rouge in Mid-City. And so it's very simple. We've got a simple menu, delicious Cajun fried fish, jumbo Gulf shrimp.
They truly are. I'm going to show YouTube again. My mic was off earlier.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Shrimp.
You guys are humble. You're modest. You're humble. I'll go out and say this. Number one, this new concept is located in the heart of Mid-City on Government Boulevard. Number two, the food is ridiculously good. It's quick service, yes, but it is like the Cajun seafood version of Raising Cane's, a little bit more refined. And it is ridiculously good food, ridiculously good portions. Dude, what I love best about you guys, not to get ahead of ourselves, the portion to price ratio.
It's unreal.
It's unreal. So heart of Mid-City, Government Boulevard, open for drive-through, open for inside dining, all quick service.
That's right.
You can even order in an app, right?
I know. There's so many things on my mind right now. I want to jump all over the place because the next thing that I'm thinking of is cork sauce. If we can talk briefly about cork sauce, it is unbelievable. Everyone that I know that has tried it has the same thing to say. It's got like spice, but it doesn't hurt you.
Well, we wanted to have something that was our signature sauce. Of course, we have cocktail, remoulade, tartar, ketchup.
All made in house. All those.
No, some made in house, some not.
Gotcha.
And that's okay.
We're using some of the Louisiana fish fry product sauces, and we're proud to use this.
So yes, you're right. Classic.
We love to use the local stuff like that, and then of course, so our sauce is It's a spicy seafood dipping sauce. It does have a little bit of heat to it, but it's not going to burn you up.
It's wild because it is like when you get the flavor, I mean, it pops in your mouth, but then it's instantly gone. Like I'm not sitting there because I go hard on pork sauce.
That's right. It's got a little kick to it.
It's a little kick to it, but it doesn't hurt you. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. And so people have been loving it. I mean, I saw some pouring it all over their po' boy yesterday.
Yes.
Some lady came up and asked to get a container of it to go.
Are y'all selling large quantities of it yet?
Have we considered bottling this?
Well, if I walked in and said, "Hey guys, I want to buy a pint," or however you measure sauces in,
we've definitely sold a few pints of it.
I love it. I love it.
It's always yes, Franz.
I admire a business where everything is for sale. I tell that everything's negotiable.
I told Paul that I liked the tables in there the first time I went. He was like, "Hey, do you want them? And we can talk about it. Let's work out a deal."
On government, I'm going to refine this, and I'm going to keep emphasizing this.
Government between you're talking about like the specific location,
and South Foster and Jefferson, right? I mean, it's
South Foster, but even more specifically, is that Community College Boulevard, like South Foster and Community College Boulevard, across the street from Soji.
Across the street from Soji, next door to Circle K.
Right.
And if you're coming from the downtown area,
let's
most
talk
of our
about that.
we know that the access is not perfect, right? You know that you either have to go down and make a U-turn.
The road.
What most of our customers have been doing is just taking an immediate left at South Foster and then turning into that Circle K parking lot. It's really easy to access.
And then you've got the light. So if you're coming from downtown, take a left on Foster at the light, cut through the Circle K parking lot.
Right. Shoppers value and turned around there.
You can also do that. And that's a spacious parking lot. And either way, you're not having to drive over, get stuck in any medians, as we often do in government.
Right. Now, this is Mr. Efficient. So Dylan's been on several times having episodes or segments called How to Be a Better Diner.
That's right.
Conversations are like, how do I order in advance? Because some people are in a hurry, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you guys, I'm going to say this. I've only gone once. You guys, you can order online, and then there's an app where you can get like points or...
Well, that's the Toast Takeout app that you're referring to, Franz. These guys are powered by Toast there at Cork's. So, yeah, they can access through the Toast Takeout app. How else can we get food from Cork?
Well, DoorDash.
On DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats.
Yes, on all.
Without me endorsing any of these apps, is there an advantage to using one of them over another one?
If I can give my opinion as a human being, DoorDash is the one. I mean, DoorDash has twice as many drivers and customers. Their network is twice as large as the other two put together.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So I really like ordering on the Toast Takeout app. I use it for other restaurants as well. But it's neat to get a little something back. They remember
loyalty
your
rewards.
Yeah, I like to get the rewards. It also, if you're like me and you like to order the same things from restaurants over and over again, it's got an immediate reorder button where it'll allow you to populate your cart and order immediately versus having to go back and dig back through the menu and find all the same things you love to order every time.
When you walk into the restaurant, you're greeted either by you guys or by an employee that
got the warmest staff.
So essentially, you get the crash course in y'all's restaurant, which is, you ready? We got fish, we got shrimp. It's fried. It's delicious.
We got po' boys.
Yeah. How about that crawfish etouffee?
The crawfish etouffee I just tried for the first time a few minutes ago.
I didn't share it with you when we went, did I?
No, I did not get a bite of that. I think you and Arthur had some.
Just share. There's no question about that.
Well, and what's so awesome about this too, and what we're talking about ordering ahead of time, and of course you can order ahead of time, but we were looking at our average ticket times last night.
Yeah,
our ticket times are like 6 minutes or less.
Good Lord!
And you have to think about it, even
for this kind of quality food, like that's unreal. I'm coming out of the kitchens. I mean, I guess folks know if they've listened before, right? Chimes, Power Ends. If I get a 6 minute ticket time doing that kind of volume, that's incredible.
It's unreal. And of course, Michael and I have been in restaurants since we were 14. I mean,
we're going there, guys.
We work for all kinds of guys. So, the product doesn't take long. I think our longest cook time on anything in the kitchen is like 6 minutes. So, I mean,
well, that was one thing I wanted to hit on with the catering, because you guys have your catering menu up in the drive-through, which the first time I saw that I was like, whoa, that's a big move, right? Like I'm going to come through the drive-through and get 100 pieces of fish.
Well,
but you told me, you can do it.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. And catering, Michael and I have a very heavy catering background. We started in this business catering for Superior Grill when we were 14 years old in Shreveport. That's what we started off doing.
So, that's so cool.
Well, 14, 15,
flavor wise.
Yes, that's the limitations.
That's a good segue into, okay, you guys are generally known for couillons, right?
Yes.
How much did having couillons help you in opening up the new concept? I mean, was it, obviously it's different food, but like you had the experience, you have credibility in the food industry.
Incredible brand.
Yeah, incredible brand,
Yeah.
whether from a food truck on Perkins or, couillons, right across the river? I mean, it's
right across the river. Yeah, the food truck at Perkins and Acadian.
Yeah.
The food truck you can rent, which I thought that was incredible when I learned that earlier, that you can actually rent the Couillons food truck to come and cater your event. I mean, unbelievable.
So talk to me about, I mean, you guys, look, I need to know, because we're going to talk about the history of couillons, but I want to
Yeah.
know, you're sitting pretty making coin on couillons. Why open up this kind of a concept in this market? Because I could see a lot of people not in the restaurant industry saying, guys, you've got this barbecue thing down. Like, why are you going to open up a seafood concept in arguably a very good seafood world, which is South Louisiana?
Well, it's pretty simple. We have been serving fried fish, fried shrimp, and crawfish etouffee in Port Allen for 12 years.
So it's been there.
They
have
and,
it,
and not
right.
to mention that we have watched people travel from Baton Rouge to come to Port Allen to eat our fried
Right.
seafood. We've watched people tell us year after year after year how great and different our seafood was in terms of the quality, the flavor. Look, when you've got people driving from Sherwood Forest and Baton Rouge to Port Allen to get fried fish and shrimp at a barbecue place, you know that you got something going on, and not to mention that, Michael and I and our team, our culinary team that we have, we just truly felt that there was a big void in the market for that super high quality product in a quick service environment. And so with that being said, what I think sets us apart is not only our portions,
Yes.
the portions for the
Unbelievably
money that you
generous.
spend.
Yeah.
The flavor is huge. We know that this is flavor that South Louisianians love. And let's look, this is the fried seafood capital of the world. And if our folks tell us that it's high quality, and our folks, look, some of the things that we've heard even this week, we've been open for 10 days. And I was reading reviews.
Yeah, what have
this
you heard
morning.
this week? Give me some some best stuff. We love
These
reviews.
these are what folks are saying. These shrimp, where are you getting these shrimp? I mean, guys, we truly found what we thought was the biggest shrimp that you should still fry. Okay,
They're
What size is that?
this is a 2630.
2630.
And
when you see fried shrimp, let me say this. Normally, when you see fried shrimp in a non-good restaurant, that's not a nice way, it's itty bitty tiny, right?
Oh, popcorn. Yeah.
If I go to
What do they call those? Like 100, 120s, I think, right?
that advertises a good shrimp po' boy, for example, or a good fried shrimp platter, my expectation is bigger, right? I mean, I don't want to bite into a itty bitty. So your shrimp size is awesome.
Well, Brian said it a couple of times over here. Meaty. It is a meaty shrimp. Yeah.
well, I've had several people tell me this week. One lady in particular yesterday, who is a longtime Baton Rouge native and resident. She said this is the best shrimp po' boy that I have eaten in a long time.
Franz and I's friend Arthur, who is I think self-appointed restaurant critic. He's
former owner of
a bar here in Baton Rouge.
Yep.
He's got very strong opinions. Went back for the shrimp po' boy the other day. Said it was incredible.
So here's the deal,
yeah.
guys, and we really need to get into couillons and the history of how you guys got in. But I gotta say, it's a bold statement. I put your catfish on the same level. Brian, are you listening? Same level as Crawford's, which is
Huge
to me.
compliment.
To me, is some of the best crawfish on the scene in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
That catfish that you guys are producing, and by the way, it looks like you guys have gotten the consistency thing down. So I mean, it's like, how did you get in the restaurant industry in the first place?
We were I didn't know it at the time, but the best thing anybody ever did for me was get me a job when I was really young. My dad's friends opened Superior Bar and Grill in Shreveport, and they needed some help one afternoon, and I kind of got pulled in to help. And I was young, and I didn't know what I was doing, but they were, they've got a great culture of success there, and they kind of brought me in, and I learned the restaurant industry a little bit, and I did really like it. Of course, I love interacting with people, and you get a lot of satisfaction serving high quality food and watching people enjoy it. And then about a year later, they needed some more help, And they said, "Hey, is your you think your brother would want to come work?" I said, "I guarantee it." So
I was unsure, you know.
So we were lucky to get into it early, and we worked for them for a long time, and they have a great culture of customer service and high quality food and success in general, and hard work and great attitude.
That's Superior. you mean.
Superior Bar and Grill, and so they kind of ingrained that in us because we both worked for them for a long time. So that was kind of where we got our original start and made our bones in the restaurant industry.
So Kuyon's is, I'm just going to go back on the record to say this, Kuyon's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Thank you.
So keep going. I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah,
I talk a lot. I speak a lot.
No, it's not you.
and yes, so Superior was awesome. We did a ton of catering for them, a ton of, you know, a lot of prep, as you can imagine. Some of those guys in that kitchen back there, you know, they would leave a whole trash can of onions for us to cut. Or
Yeah, you guys are 14, 15 years old. It worked for you. I can trust you with anything more than cutting onions.
well, I'm proud to say that, you know, by the time we were 18 and 19, there was nothing in that kitchen that we couldn't do.
That's incredible.
You know, which is unbelievable experience. And then I actually worked for Monjuni's.
I remember
for
us
several
talking about
years.
that. Yeah, I love munchies.
And I still have a bunch of customers from Monjuni's that followed me over to Port Allen, came to eat with me. Monjuni's was really good to me as well. And then at 23 is when we had the opportunity to get involved with Kuyon's and open this spot over in Port Allen, which I will tell you, there were a lot of naysayers, Dylan, on us opening this restaurant.
A barbecue spot in Port Allen? What would be the nay? What's the there's not much over there in terms of food.
there's a big failure rate in restaurants, number one, period.
Yeah.
But number two, in Port Allen, so many things had come and gone. I mean, that was a Sonic, you know, where we were.
That spot that y'all are in
It was a sit-down Sonic.
Sit down.
One of those crazy ones that get the phones on the tables that you call it into the counter.
Oh man, can we get those back? Or?
We tried to get them to keep them. They would not.
Yeah.
They would not, you know. And so
Wow. So I mean, a lot of opposition. Whenever
a lot of naysayers. Why would you
Yeah.
choose Port Allen? Port Allen.
Why did you choose Port Allen?
Well, number one, there was an opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a 23-year-old.
There was an opportunity for a 23-year-old to own his own restaurant.
Yeah.
When we opened there, you know, at the time, I think that the only restaurants that were open past 6 were the truck stops. So there was very little competition. Not to mention that we thought, well, if we put a barbecue, seafood, and potatoes place a half a mile from the port, right in the middle of all these industrial facilities, surely these are our people. I mean, meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes.
Those are our folks.
Fried green beans. Somebody in the hall earlier was like, I love the fried green beans. Yeah.
And so, and we did it. And, I mentioned earlier, you know, the fact that our product at Kuyon's has been exposed to so many people that would have not had it before, and how that has propelled our brand.
Right.
Not only the food truck. I mean, the food truck is fantastic advertising.
Of course.
We did a huge
You
catering.
did a lot of volume out of that truck as well. I think I was surprised to learn like how much actually roll. You don't think about food trucks doing the kind of volume that y'all do out of that truck.
And as we talk about all the time, you never know who's walking up to the window in that truck, right? You know, we just did a big catering job for a major medical facility, and the lady had never been to the restaurant before.
Right. She saw the
food
truck
for a couple of years.
Thought, hey, can I do this?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You know,
If you're just now tuning in, we've got the fellas from the hottest new spot in Mid-City right now, and I say that knowing that Barracuda's in there too.
Oh, wow.
Quirks on Government. Also, Kuyon, the fellas are with us right now on the Geaux Rouge show. We also have guest co-host Dylan Ferguson. Guys, if I want to find you guys on social media, on internet to order some food, where am I going? Am I going to corksfishandshrimp.com? Is that where I'm going?
Fishandshrimp.com. Again, that's fishandshrimp.com.
If I wanted to use an app, I could do.
You could use the Toast Takeout app. You could use DoorDash. You could use Grubhub. You could use Uber Eats. You could probably just type Corks into Google.
Now, if I do
you will find a way to get the food.
If I do the Toast app, there's a rewards program, right?
That's right. Any of the Toast online ordering, or the restaurant-specific online ordering. So if you're going straight to Corks, you're going to be able to sign up for those loyalty rewards, get gift cards online.
And we have it set where you get 6% back on every purchase.
I commented on it whenever we went the other day, how generous y'all's rewards program is, because I work with a lot of folks who have them. And I mean, I was like, whoa, this is easy to understand. This is generous. It's great.
So I'm going to go real fast here. There's a kids menu, guys. There's Cajun fried fish. There's Cajun fish bites, which the fish bites are delicious.
Can we talk about the fish bites? It's my favorite thing.
Yes.
They're so good. We don't have to talk a ton about them. I just wanted to say
Well, I'll tell you what's been huge at lunch is people are coming in and getting like the fish bites, and a bowl of crawfish etouffee. People are coming in getting little tackle box, which is on our kids menu. But guys, order it. Go for it. Get that little tackle box. Add you a roll and a bowl of crawfish etouffee.
Did we talk about beignet bites yet?
I was getting there. Their sweet treats are beignet bites, which are not your average beignets, right? It's different. Look, guys, and the best thing about this menu is there's some great side dishes: coleslaw, crinkle fries, hush puppies. There's the sauces. You can make combos. There's different ordering options where you can get like 3 pieces of fish and 15 shrimp. You can look. Everything is negotiable.
The Cork's secret menu,
And
you know,
don't
like as that
forget
starts
about
to
the
develop.
Sister Schubert's honey butter roll. You're gonna need one of them.
I love the inspiration. Like whenever Paul told me the story,
If a
like,
cardiologist is listening right now,
the honey butter roll is meant to conjure what? It's the spirit of a sizzler.
Yeah, you remember, like on Sunday, you would go to the Sizzler with your family after church, and your mom would lead down and say, "You may have one of those rolls."
Right. That's the roll that we're serving at Cork's. You can have more than
fantastic.
one.
That
It's
beautiful
really
brown with honey butter on top, glistening in the light.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Well, and people are loving these beignet bites. This is a Google review from 13 hours ago saying that everything was fresh and hot. The highlight of my meal was the half order of beignet bites. They were hot out of the grease, crunchy and soft at the same time. They also have really great customer service. And guys, something else that I'm so proud about is if you go and look at our reviews already, and we're well known for this at Kuyon's, but our service is exceptional.
It's unreal. A guy yelled at me through the window to tell me how happy he was I was there the other day. I was dining in and he was in the window.
I'm just gonna be bringing this home.
What are the hours? What are the hours over at
It's
Cork's?
10:30 to 9, 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
You can
Very
order,
simple.
You can
Love
order
it.
online. Guys, ticket times are
6 minutes or less.
6
You
minutes
definitely
or
got
less.
if you place that order online, pick it up. You've got a 30-minute lunch break wrapped up right there with time to spare.
And you can pick up the drive-through window. You can walk into the front counter. You can skip the line.
Dude,
It's
the
easy.
kiosk.
We're trying to make this as convenient and easy for you to get this product.
I'm making a prediction. I'm going to have you guys back on during Lent. I'm making a prediction. You're going to slay it.
Yeah.
These guys are going to slay it. Brian, think about Mid-City. You know, besides the Knights of Columbus at Mercy, shout out to my brothers, Knights of Columbus, who sells fried fish on Fridays, right?
Yep.
Which I absolutely want you to do. These guys are going to slay it in Lent, man.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
very.
the
We think it'll be a great time of year for us.
it's like you.
Yeah.
It's like you opened up at the right time.
Well, think about your Mardi Gras tailgate. If you guys are partying for Spanish Downs, South Downs, I mean,
Be doing party trays. We keep saying catering, guys. Since we've been open just in 10 days, we've already delivered 3 different orders to 3 different plants.
Incredible.
Individually boxed meals. We've got another one coming up this weekend. 65 fish and shrimp platters being delivered to a facility right around not far from here. So if you need something like that, think about us. We've got the experience. We've got the know-how.
with Ben Adams.
I'm looking at the menu, guys.
Yeah.
The big haul. 12,
Big haul.
12 pieces of fish, 40 shrimp, 60 ounces. That's a pound of coleslaw, guys. Large box of fries, 8 hush puppies, 5 rolls. The rolls are
Unbelievable.
choice of sauces, $59.99.
Got to get that.
That's going to feed 4 to 5 people.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. They say 4
Yeah. I think it's probably
It's more than that.
2 to 3 for
How many normal people do you think?
we said that 4 and 5 might be a typo at this point. We've seen like 6 or 7. We had a family of 8 come in and get that and some crawfish etouffee, and they were taking some
Okay.
stuff home.
So, critical question.
$7.
Most critical question we have to ask. I have to ask before we run out of time on this segment is, okay, if I get this food, if I get it through the drive-through, and if I have to reheat it, because this is always the question, right? How do I reheat your shrimp? I get it home. I'm ready to do it to the family.
Portion control is that's yeah.
Reheat the fish and the shrimp.
I'm so glad that you asked. Well, number one, before you even get out of the door with your to-go food, we're going to send you some reheating instructions.
Oh,
on the
I love
to-go
that
box.
so much.
And I've had some feedback. People have really appreciated that so far. But if you have an air fryer, that's the number one best way to bring it back.
Heard.
And it's actually unbelievable how well this food reheats. If you reheat it in an air fryer, 350 until it's crispy, it comes back to like 95%. I mean, it's.
I want to nerd
incredible.
out on how you do that. We can't do it right now, but just how you get there with the flour. I know it's something in the prep process.
If you don't have an air fryer and you're still living in 2017, we get it, but you can put it in your oven, 350, 375.
Cooking sheet, not a cookie.
So, guys,
sheet.
It is a cooking
It's
sheet.
a cooking sheet. I'm starting to see that circulate on the internet.
So, guys,
Cooking sheet.
corksfishandshrimp.com, corksfishandshrimp.com, corksfishandshrimp.com. Dude, try the restaurant. Try the restaurant. Tell them, go in there and tell them the Geaux Rouge show sent you over there. It makes me and Dylan feel a little bit better about
That's
life.
right.
So, later
Free
when I
sample of beignet bites if you say, go sample of beignet bites.
So here's the deal. After you go and eat there, if you love it like we loved it, give them some love on social media. Give them we talked about this last episode. Don't be the person that gives a negative review because
on the first visit.
Good
Lord.
Although I don't think dude.
I don't worry about this.
Don't worry about this one. Yeah.
No.
Customer service was enough for me. Like, had you given me a rock and some acorns, I would have been like, the customer service was so good. But the food was so good.
Ron is about the 3 Ps with our staff, and we use this in Port Allen too with a staff of 70 something. It's the 3 Ps. You'll be polite, you'll be professional, you'll be productive, or you will be working somewhere else.
So to the young lady behind the counter, I go, hey, look, I ordered the etouffee. I asked for some tartar sauce, but I was like, I really want to try both sauces. I'm willing to pay for it. She goes, sir, we're gonna give you that extra sauce. Now, the understanding was if I wanted a bucket of sauce, well, then I'm gonna pay for it.
Sure.
What you're not going to hear is that'll be 37.5 cents, sir. After you spend $18 on a nice meal.
So guys, I'm going to tell you, I'm probably going to go there for lunch today.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I know y'all are busy. You're slammed. I'm glad you made time. I'm bringing some of this home to my fiance. So you saw pulled that to the side.
I did see that.
That's subtle.
That one's going in with you. Very nice.
I'm about to jump in.
You didn't have to tell us. That makes it less subtle. Now everyone knows.
Yeah.
Everyone listening.
Again, we have the guys from Corks Fish and Shrimp, on government, www. You don't have to say www, Franz. CorksFishandShrimp.com. Toast app. I'm going to give a shout out to the Toast app, not just because Dylan works for Toast. He does. We're going to be hitting our first
phenomenal point of sale system.
We're going to.
Yeah, I've been in the business a long time.
Hey, tell your boss.
Doing a fine job over there.
Awesome. Man, you guys
loving it.
So we're going to be taking our break. We're going to be right back with some food for the soul. We got a charity event coming up that we're going to talk about that allows you to clear out some stuff from your addict and get some money raised to fight some good challenges that we face as a community. Some of the money goes to Alzheimer's treatment. Some of it goes to CASA. Stay tuned. Come back. We're going to be taking our break. We're still on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That was fun. Y'all for coming. Yeah.
Anytime.
It's a good time. Huh?
So let me say this.
Yeah.
Let me say this. I do want to get you back during Lent. I know
Yeah.
Fridays are probably not going to be the best time, so we can record at a different time. Number two, anytime y'all need anything, you're always welcome back. I appreciate what you guys are doing. No, that's all right, man. I used to live in Mid-City. I got a kid that goes to school in Mid-City, so I want you guys to thrive. And
Where are they at Mercy? Or?
My son's at Mercy. I want you guys to thrive and flourish there because I love that area. That area, dude, I see nothing but good opportunities coming. And no offense to Superior Grill folks, I want an affordable set of options on that side.
Sure.
So, and I'm not hating on Superior.
Something that's really quality and affordable. Like no joke. Like that's not just a radio speak.
There is not quite the same thing.
No, do not put me in that Popeyes drive. I've never sat in it. I've never sat in it. Yeah.
Shake down.
All right, guys. Some of this food.
Yes.
I'm going to leave you.
What's that?
This is your tackle box. You get your fish with them.
It's beautiful.
Man.
Beautiful.
I am very good. This is going on my dad's board.
Facebook shared it. You guys would be doing me a huge favor if you get to your marketing people and just.
I will.
Yes. Let me go get the gals. I know you need to skedaddle.
How long for the next segment?
Less than 10 minutes.
Okay. Oh my god. I'll hang it.
You should. You got to tell your boss that we talked about. I love you.
More depth on all the story and the stuff. Yeah, how it really happened. Yeah. So that's what we're awesome. Man, good. Appreciate it, brother. No, all right, guys. Be good. You too.
You want it? Come over here, man. They got po' boys.
Yeah. We got the po' boys.
I am pulling some of the sauces.
I gotta try one of the beignet bites first because I
Yeah.
did not get into
There
those.
you go. When you haven't had
She was
breakfast
like,
yet.
do you want some beignet bites? And I'm like, she gave me the price, and the
They
price
leave
was
the
really
bags.
reasonable.
They left the
And
bags.
I'm like, how many are in it? She's like 12, and I'm like, oh god, no.
Now come on in. They left the bags, right?
Yeah.
You ladies, come on in. Come on in, ladies. We're going to connect you guys with Kuyans and Corks, I promise. So Madeline and Diane. Randa.
We were talking about
Look at
La
me.
Madeline.
I didn't even
Then
catch that, so thank you.
So that makes sense.
So I don't sound
I'm going to take one of the
completely.
bites as well for
I
now,
gotta-
that you can yell at me later.
What?
You can come over and eat some.
Oh no, you should have some of that. This is
Where
all.
the food's for you guys.
Yeah. This is the second half of the show.
If you want to get a tray,
All bites. Let me still.
Yeah,
the irony is I'm going by to pick up some medicine.
Have you tried Corks yet? It's a great place to bring kids. Apparently, whenever you order the taco box, they give you a little cork. It's that.
So, Brian, it's really good, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean to be selfish.
And tell us how to do this.
I'm gonna walk you through it. It's gonna be so awesome. It's gonna be so awesome.
Actually,
Switch spots with Dylan.
I'll come back over.
Miranda, not Madeline. Here into the.
You guys will share this microphone here, and the whole thing is just making sure you're speaking
If I
loud
point
enough.
to the microphone, or if I move it, don't even acknowledge it. That's just my way of hit it, Brian. Hit it. Get it, Brian. It's good, dude.
Why you got that? Why you got that open?
So we can post it for
If you want to,
Facebook?
we can do it afterwards.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
God, so good.
They're gonna kill it.
Potato fast.
What?
Potato fast.
That's what I was talking about. That
You mean potatoes, prawns.
Yeah.
What is AT&T?
Yeah.
What is AT&T?
Yeah, figure it out.
Attic, trash, and treasure.
Oh,
Dead serious.
Yeah.
Rosaries, Catholic stuff, Catholic statues, all that. People get rid of that stuff, and their trash becomes a treasure.
oh, friends
Attic,
love
trash, and
that
treasure.
stuff. Yeah,
Crazy.
that's fine.
You want to lean?
Do I have to do this?
So I'm going to, when you're talking, I'm going to do this. If you're talking, I'm going to do this. Or when you're talking, you can pull it over and do that.
Okay. Yeah.
We want to make sure your voices
Kinda
are.
keep your head on a swivel.
Like you're putting the paper in. The camera's right here.
Here. Let me help you with that. I'll just shift that right down. Yeah.
What's your day job, Miranda?
Trash and treasure, right?
What's your day job?
Two things. I work for a sand and gravel company and Crawford Aggregate Industries.
Okay. I
Yeah.
don't know why I asked that. I don't know.
They've been around for like 45 years
Very
out in Denham and Watson. And then I also own a flower wall company. Yeah.
Wow. So you've seen them, I guess, like whenever you go to restaurants. So what do you do? Those for events? For
Birthday parties, engagement. This was last weekend.
Ready?
Yep.
cool.
All right. Welcome back to the Geaux Rouge Radio Show. This is your host, Franz Borkart, special co-host, not go-host, co-host.
Special.
Brian Haldane's on Master Control.
Is that CEAUX host?
That's that's right. Co-host.
You guys got jokes. You're funny. Look, we got our second segment. It's a quicker segment than normal, Brian, but we got it, and it's going to be with the folks from AT&T. And by the way, AT&T is not the cellular phone
That's right.
company.
No. You'll like this one much more.
Trash and treasure, attic, trash and treasure. Dylan will tell you, ladies, later when we start the segment that I have trouble pronouncing things sometimes. Attic, trash and treasure.
That was pretty good.
Great charity event we have coming up. We're going to talk all about it. But before we jump into that, Geaux Rouge Show, brought to you by the Borkart Law Firm, criminal defense firm in Baton Rouge. Go to www.borkartlawfirm.com. Give us a call if you have any kind of criminal defense needs, that is. Not if you're about to commit a crime after you're accused.
After the crime.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever got with you before they commit the crime? Like, hey, friends,
No,
I think
because
I'm
I
about
have
to-
an obligation under the law. If I think you're about to commit a crime under my license, I have to turn you in.
I did
can't
not know
represent
that.
you.
Whoa.
But it's another conversation for another segment.
Anyway,
So, Borkart Law Firm, www.borkartlawfirm.com. And look, guys, if you have show ideas, email us at info, not not info, INFEAUX.
Yeah.
Info at GeauxRouge.com, and we'll probably put those people on the show. Look, we've got Miranda and Diana from Attic Trash and Treasure, Dylan, in the house.
Yes.
Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so Diana emailed me on info at GeauxRouge.com.
I did.
I'm a
No
mutual
way.
friend of ours at the law school,
Wow.
LSU Law School.
That's incredible.
What is Attic Trash and Treasure?
Well, basically, the Attic Trash and Treasure is the biggest yard. I mean, we're really attic sale in Baton Rouge. We are about 30 years old, a little more than 30 years old now, and we started with a very small group of women. And at our first attic sale, we made about $6,000. And
Wow.
just in the past 3 years, we've now jumped to over 100 members. And as right now to date, we've donated more than $3.3 million to the
What?
Baton Rouge community.
What?
With
How-
the
how-
proceeds from our sale.
How long have y'all been around?
32 years.
32 years.
All right,
$3
so-
million. That's incredible.
Sounds like
We
a
are small but mighty. We make a big
small,
impact.
small but mighty. So Attic Trash and Treasure to me lends me to believe that it's got two prongs, right? You're collecting stuff. You're collecting stuff from citizens saying, hey, if there's stuff that you want to get rid of that may not have a lot of value to you, but may have value, come donate it.
Absolutely.
And then the second tier is the actual event where you can come and buy stuff that has been donated.
Yes.
Proceeds go to charity, right?
Proceeds go to charity, and I'll touch on that a second. Our members are so loyal, and it's growing because they take ownership in that process. Our membership votes on the nonprofit recipients that we accept each year. This year's, y'all want to hear this year?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. This year's nonprofit recipients are Alzheimer's Services of.
Some charity.
I know. I love Alzheimer's. CASA, Court Appointed Special Advocate, Louisiana Pediatric Cardiology Foundation, Redemptress, St. Jared's School, and St. Vincent de Paul.
Awesome. All good charities.
Yeah.
Okay, so logistics. When is it going to be? Where is it going to be?
So this year it's going to be at the old Sears building, so the Mall of Louisiana. So we really feel very fortunate this year.
Whoa.
because
So just the whole thing, because there's nothing in there.
we're in there. Yeah.
So y'all are going to have the whole thing taken over.
It's the top floor, which
Okay.
is, get this, 65,000 square feet
Wow.
of floor that we can set up our shop.
We all have enough to fill 65,000. Really?
Yes.
Wow.
The way that our members and volunteers work all year, you
Yeah.
know, like we definitely have enough room. But it's going to be March 3rd through the 5th.
March 3rd.
So that's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's free.
After Mardi Gras. So no parades going on. At this
Yes.
point, no excuse.
Exactly.
Yeah. Before festival season.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can come there, and we'll update the times as we get closer. But yeah. So to put it in perspective, basically last year we were in an old Rite Aid building off the corner of Millerville and old Hammond.
Another one. Yeah. By the storage unit of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That was 15,000 square feet. Okay.
Wow.
And we raised $150,000 for our 5 charities. So they each got $30,000 checks. So we are so hopeful and excited about what.
What you do with 65?
Right? Like,
Can I ask what kind of things we can expect to see?
They'll-
Yeah. I don't know. Like what else?
Okay.
Guest
Okay.
co-host on.
So our
still
members
guest.
and angels are who we call our volunteers who are non-members. We can't do it without them, of course, but they come in after we find a building and we bring our merchandise over, which is an absolutely enormous undertaking. But once we do that, and we have, our members and angels come in and they create departments. They sort, price, and stage 65,000 square feet worth of merchandise, if not more. And they are, you will see gardening, you will see hardware, you will see sporting goods, men and women boutique, furniture, jewelry, holiday decor, electronics, music. I mean,
So I specifically, there's things I collect.
Do we get books?
okay.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry.
I know that's a sore subject,
Oh.
but
We don't know the subject. They need to be sore.
Yes.
members don't love this, but we are no longer accepting
Okay.
books.
Got two
So,
names.
so if you want to
many.
donate
Yeah.
some books, maybe go somewhere else, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
And
Yeah.
actually, when we do receive donations that we don't actually sell, we don't throw them away. We make sure they go to the right people.
Good.
Wow.
So I'm a good example of I get into things and I start collecting, and I don't want to. necessarily have new things. So like I
man.
was into plants for a long
You
time.
want to see my home gym right now? I have so much
dude.
equipment that I have no
So,
idea
like,
if it's
I'm
going to remain.
looking for
Yeah.
things like used plant pots. I'm really big into my faith right now, and one of the things I'm doing is Brian loves me to death for this. I collect rosaries, and then when I meet someone that says, "Hey, I don't have a rosary," believe it or not, I give them a secondhand rosary. I hoard a lot of them myself, though. So the ladies, I said, "Hey, do y'all get like Catholic stuff?" And they're like, "We sure do." And so what I did was I said, "Look, you see it? Let me know. I'm gonna go get it. I even like get it. Well, I'm not gonna say it on the air. I was gonna say I'll just buy it all in advance, but no. So you go to this thing. There's all sorts of different things there, right?
It sounds incredible. That sounds like so much fun.
It's so much work.
I can't wait to check it out.
It's an atmosphere of friendship and cooperation. It's so much fun, and we can't wait every year to get in the building.
Do you sell everything out, or do you have stuff left over? What do you do?
I'm glad you asked. We don't sell everything out. So in the past, we have donated it, right? So, but this last year, we started a new and very exciting initiative where we invited an additional about dozen this last year nonprofits to come in and try to meet their physical needs. So after the sale, we invited them to come in and bring a truck if you wanted to, and meet
Staplers and
meet
furniture,
anything they needed.
literally
If they
anything they
needed
needed.
furniture for their facility, clothing for their clients, kitchen needs, anything they wanted, we let them take. And we had 9 take us up on the offer. It was so much fun. It was so exciting. So honestly, we made a bigger impact. We impacted 14 instead of just 5 area nonprofits. We spread out the
Well, that's
love.
awesome.
We
I've
spread
got
the
a
love.
question. How do you volunteer with something like this? Like, where would I go if I want to? Because I'm listening about this right now, and I'm like, how can I get involved?
Yes, I'm so excited that you asked that because
Yeah.
we welcome volunteers.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
So,
I'm
actually 5,000. Yeah. Like, man, it's like a lot
and
of
the same thing
logistics.
with
Yeah.
donations. So basically, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and up until the sale on March 3rd, we are asking for volunteers and donations. So come from 9:30 to 12:30. You just show up with a smile on your face, and we will give you a job. Yeah,
That's all you have to do. I don't have to sign up. I don't have to fill out a form. I don't have to go to any websites. I can just show up to the Sears at the Mall of Louisiana.
Exactly.
I can walk in at 9:30 to
9:30
12.
to 12:30.
9:30 to 12:30, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah. Clear out your closet. Bring it
Right. I
in.
can bring some stuff. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. So we
So
welcome.
again, we're meeting with the ATT, not AT&T.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
It's AT&T.
it's AT&T, but it's not the AT&T. Maybe we call it like a lowercase AT&T.
treasures and
Yeah.
trash and
Yeah.
treasures.
Yeah.
Look, if I want to get more information about this event, ladies, where would I go?
So you can go to our Facebook page. I just created an Instagram page for us
Nice.
too. So we're getting
TikTok coming soon,
we're
I'm
getting
sure.
with TikTok. I'm so excited for TikTok. But go to our Facebook page. You can go to our website, and we will basically you can reach out and someone will get back with you. And yeah, I mean,
What are some of the off the wall things that you get donated that and then what are the things that people are always looking for?
so a lot of people come for furniture.
Okay.
You know, that's something that you know, people are like, what do y'all have this year?
Coffee tables are so bad.
Right? Yeah.
I
They
bet
have
you that
those.
one- that one?
They do
Really?
have those.
We
They
have
have
everything.
rugs.
Okay, well, I have 3 grown children now. One's a freshman at LSU. But my other 2, I've outfitted their entire young 20s apartment with everything from Attic Trash and Treasure.
So let me ask you this. How aggressively priced are these things?
That's a good question.
They are great
I didn't know if that
prices.
was okay to
And do
ask.
people
Yeah.
still try to haggle with you even though they're great
They
prices?
definitely haggle. They love to haggle.
Right.
Do you haggle back, or is it just like no firm price, the tag on there?
Depends on the department.
Heard.
It depends on. We have
On the
department
demand of the-
managers, and they take their departments very seriously.
Well, like if something
They have researched prices,
Okay.
and it's priced to sell. It's priced to
So,
sell.
for example, if I'm like, look, I want to buy not just this rosary, but all 20 of your rosaries. Can you give me a little bit of a break on the price? Yeah, Brian knows. That's
Well,
like
absolutely. Well, I
I
would
don't know if
love.
Brian's mic is on, but that was an audible grunt. I'm pretty sure like my mic picked it.
It's because I've heard this like ad nauseum for the past few months now. He just
Well, Franz, I
you're
would
collecting rosaries like there's no tomorrow.
right when you're ready to
Yeah.
get rid of your rosaries.
No.
Well, Franz, I would love for you to be willing to pay full price
Yeah, I would.
for charity.
I would be.
But if you
She
need
smelled
a
the
deal,
Catholic and hit the guilt.
Yeah.
I just walked through it.
Yeah.
if you want to haggle, you can definitely do that.
No.
Some people do it.
So for me, if I am look at a charity event like that, for me, I always assume that things are priced aggressively.
Yes.
And so and it's a charity event, so it's like as long as you help me get the 20 rosaries to the car, I'm happy.
Right.
That's a lot of rosaries. That's a lot of
Like
rosaries.
you could lift 20 rosaries. Without
Probably
help.
so.
Yeah.
Well, and one thing I would like to say is I just want to shout out, make sure our members and angels know that we appreciate them. This is truly a labor of love. This is thousands of boxes that these people are going through and pricing and selling. And one of the most exciting things for us this year, and I know it sounds so small, but we're just excited that we have parking available right at the building. All of our customers will enjoy our parking this year, and so do our workers. and
As
angels.
someone who's put on some smaller scale events, shout out to Wingamania and
When is that
Capital-
coming back?
That's another conversation.
Okay.
Capital City Mac and Cheese Fest. Parking's the biggest
so
thing that nobody
big.
ever thinks about.
It's so big. So everybody, we have plenty of room to park. Come out, support the Attic Trash and Treasure.
I mean, that's
One more time, that website or that social media is
Trash and Treasure BR.
Well, yeah, I want to recap the whole thing real quick.
Yeah.
AtticTrashAndTreasureBR.com. We're going to be at the Sears building at the Mall of Louisiana, March 3rd through the 5th. What are the times?
So we we're going to probably get started around 8 o'clock, 8 to 3 on Friday. And then Sunday will be 11 to 4.
Perfect.
So it's all hands on deck. That
And those
weekend.
times
I
might
will make
change.
you a deal.
Oh,
So I will make you a deal. If you send me, either one of you sends me a list of the Catholic stuff you got in advance, I will pay double whatever your listing price is.
well, keep in mind, Franz, the listing price hasn't been set yet.
I know.
Now you've really, you've kind of written
Just-
blank checks. So, yeah, but we've all heard it here.
So statues, I have a ridiculous amount of Catholic statues in my house too. Not a ridiculous amount. It's you haven't been to my house in a while.
No, not
Hey,
your new place.
I
Yeah.
haven't been to the house yet either. I have a room in my house that's a hallway that looks like it's an add-on and it looks like a chapel. We call it
The statue,
chapel.
the statue garden.
There's a giant life-size Mary statue in it.
Lifetime. for you.
We definitely
Okay,
do.
please let me know about that. It's funny though.
Sorry. Yeah.
You're laughing at it. It's,
I don't know why.
I'm to my fiance. She feels the same way.
Yeah.
It is when I say full size, like
Yeah, no, I believe it. Like detailed. You got the hood. I mean, I can see it.
Absorbing up like all the different saints and whatnot. Like
You're
there's a
supposed to-
Patrick, there's a Francis Xavier.
I only actually have. So good point. I only have Joseph and Mary. I don't
Okay.
have. I'm working on getting St. Francis. There's always somebody. So whenever you go to like a Goodwill or whatever, or like an event like this, someone has a St. Francis. Sometimes in the grotto, sometimes in the little hutch. It's always going to be Mary. Mary. People. It's weird. Like people have the outdoor Marys, but then the indoor Marys. Like I've talked to people, they're like, "Yeah, that's in a box somewhere." I'm like, "Oh, you put Mary in a box.
You
Nobody
can't-
puts Mary in a box."
Well,
It's
people
a-
bury
it's not
St.
Mary,
Joseph
it's a
though.
statue.
People put St.
Oh,
Joseph in the
dude, that's
ground.
true.
You know,
They do
like
bury the St. Joseph.
yeah, you bury
Yep.
the St. Joseph statue or coin.
So apparently the thing is, not to go on a religious tirade,
Yeah.
it's okay to bury the medals. You shouldn't bury the statue to help sell your house. That's like not a good thing. That's no
Oh.
That's no bueno. You can bury you can bury a
One minute.
statue like to bless the house, but medals are really more. I know this is a thing.
Yeah.
All right, last time.
I'm just imagining a giant hill in the yard that you just amassed because you couldn't move the statue, so you just kind of
Saint Valentine's house. One last time.
Attic Trash and Treasures.
Treasures. When's it going to be again?
March 3rd through the 5th.
Ladies, thank you so much for coming. And I'm standing by my pledge to donate twice the value of whatever I'm doing.
Here.
Yes.
Right.
So we're going to be wrapping up the Geaux Rouge show. Look, for this episode and more episodes, www.geauxrouge.com. And look, if you've got a charity event, if you got somebody cool doing something really great in Baton Rouge, or maybe just somebody who doesn't get a lot of love but is still doing a great thing in Baton Rouge, let me know. info@geauxrouge.com. Have a great weekend, guys. God bless. We're out. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, you too.